What up, what up, what up? It's your girl Tia Renee. How y'all doing? We are at the park today. I ain't been to the park in so long. But how y'all doing? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm out in nature. I'm in my little black sundress. I just been so drawn to wear a lot of black lately. I don't know. I think for me, this is like a really energetically sensitive time for me. So it kind of cloaks me a little bit. And I love it. I love me some black. Okay? But I don't have anything in particular. You know, like I said, sometimes I get on here and just shoot the shit and just see what comes up. But something that came up for me twice, because a lot of times I be getting downloads or I'll just run into something. It's a little ratchet out here, so excuse all the extra in the background. Look at over here. But anyway, I just be running into stuff, even like confirmations of things that I be thinking. And this is something I've talked about already on my TikTok page, is about your multidimensionality and about how you're not just one layer of person. You got probably like 1,000 layers to you, even the subtle things about yourself. And I was just guided about that again, even though this is something I've already talked about before. And we have to learn to start embracing that. Now, something for me that I've always been passionate about is like corporate culture. Corporate culture. A lot of it just really just gave like really fake to me. Always got to mask up, always got to have what a lot of people are calling like corporate jargon and things like that. And I think that experience for me is what really showed me that I can't be in places playing small or acting like I'm just 100% professional all the time, or I can't be myself, I can't express myself in a certain way. I gotta dress a certain way to show that I'm professional. I can't wear colored hair or tattoos or piercings because it's quote unquote unprofessional. I don't got tattoos anyway. But just the ways that life will lower your expression or minimize your expression when there's so many different parts to you. Even down to a smaller aspect of that, like interviewing for a job or proving that you're a good fit somewhere. I'm not really trying to fit in. I just need a little job. That's always how I would think of it. I'm not trying to fit in. Well, what makes you a great fit? No, what makes you a great fit for me? I'm really just here to get my check and go home. That's it. So the way that you would kind of have to minimize yourself to kind of be a part of something, and that's really in any aspect of life. It's not even just a corporate job or anything like that. It could be in your friend groups, it could be in your family groups, where you gotta try to minimize something of yourself because it makes somebody else uncomfortable or make them more comfortable for you to be a certain way. And it just never worked for me. It just never worked for me. So that was probably one of the things that helped me to make my exit out of the quote-unquote corporate world. In a sense that we know it. Just the uptightness, especially if I had to go somewhere and dress up every day, I'm just like, it's just not giving. It's just not. I like to be comfortable. I like to flow. I like to be me in as many aspects as possible. I see a lot of people talking about when they're in corporate spaces or workplaces that they're getting in trouble for minding their business, or being to themselves, or coming, doing their job and going home. They're not quote unquote a team player. In that case, I'm not either. In school, I never liked teamwork. I like doing my own thing. I like moving at my own pace. I like expressing my own ideas. You know, I just don't like other people's rhythm. I don't like other people's pace. I don't want to say I don't like other people's ideas, but when it came to my schoolwork, I don't care about your ideas. I want to do my own thing. So that's always just been me. And it's the same in a work environment. I want to come in and I want to do me and I want to do what I got to do. So coming back to really appreciating the many aspects of yourself, you have to start doing that. The good, what's deemed the bad, what's deemed the ugly. None of it is really bad or ugly unless we say so, unless we feel that within our spirits, right? It all comes from within. So if somebody else deems something about you bad or ugly, that's coming from within them. That's coming from within their perception of what bad and ugly is. But what do you deem bad or ugly? Like growing up for me, for example, bad or inappropriate was me speaking my mind. Was me speaking my mind. Was me being me. And a lot of times it was the first thing that came to mind. It was having an attitude. It was not liking the way something else was done outside of my rhythm. And as a kid, it is what it is, right? You're the child, and mom and dad are the adults, right? But I always just had a sensitive inner awareness of who I was since young. So having that jazzy attitude, having those out there opinions was something I was already very in tune with at a young age. So for that stuff to be suppressed over time really challenged me over time in my life now to have to work to come back to that, because it shows up again when something of you that's really of your natural essence is so suppressed and repressed. Suppression versus repression. Suppression is like when it comes from the outside, when it comes from another person telling you that it's inappropriate, it's good, it's bad, it's evil, it's inappropriate or whatever. Repressed is you doing it to yourself. You're pressing it down. You're choosing not to express it. You're hiding it. You're concealing it. So for me, it was very much a suppression turned into a repression. So over time, you learn that you have to come back to that. You have to come back to that because your natural essence is going to circle back into who you are over time. And there is still some work you have to do with that, or it's going to work through you, especially if you're consciously on this journey. Okay? So, what is it about yourself that you're not 100% comfortable with, that's been suppressed or underexpressed or not expressed at all? Where did it come from? What are we going to do to reclaim that? Are you ready to reclaim it? Do you feel it stirring inside of you? Or do you still feel as if it's not appropriate, or it makes somebody else uncomfortable? It makes you too large, makes you too big. What is it? Come back to you. Okay? I feel like it was something else too. Right now I'm just really, really enjoying the nature, the essence. Your girl is moisturized. I just love it. I love it. I feel great. I really do. And something inside of me was just telling me to just take this day, because I really was supposed to go to work tonight. And even the night before, I was like, time for me to take that day off. So I went ahead and just switched my days tomorrow. I love having that flexibility. That's really important for me. It's flexibility, because I know deep down in my core that things change, feelings change. I may not feel like it. I may have felt like it at one point, and the next point I didn't. So I need to be able to move around in that way and move with my feelings and move with my rhythm. And that's something I had to learn to like really deeply understand, because I used to feel bad or felt like I wasn't doing things right, quote unquote, the right way, because I had a rhythm. I had a personal rhythm. I had a personal inner compass, knowing that, that's not the move this time, even though my job calls for it or certain duties call for it or whatever else. Just like, I'm not feeling it. And I could change my mind. You can change your mind. Just like I was talking about in the last video of heart. What you feel in your heart is the truth. So if you feel in your heart, you know what? I know I said I was going to do it, or I know I said I was going to be here, with your heart changed. That's okay. That's part of your God-given right. You can change your mind. Okay? So, we're coming up on 10 minutes on TikTok. Again, thank you for tuning in. Anybody that's interested in checking out or subscribing to my YouTube channel, is your future Reverend-Doctor on YouTube. We are getting more interaction on there. We are getting more subscriptions. So I really appreciate it. I really appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all take care.